Today's presentation will be on the relationship between motivation and engagement in education. Good morning, everyone. I want to start by sharing a quick story that highlights the importance of engagement in our classrooms. A few years ago, I had the opportunity to teach a group of fifth graders who were initially very disengaged. Many of them were uninterested in the curriculum and often distracted during lessons. I remember one particular student, Alex. He would sit in the back of the classroom, doodling in his notebook, seemingly oblivious to what was happening around him. One day, I decided to introduce a project where students could choose their own topic related to our science unit. I encouraged them to explore real-world situations. Alex chose to research the impact of pollution in our wilderness. As he delved into the topic, I saw a remarkable transformation, engaging not only with the material, but with his classmates as well. He even organized a cleanup day at the lake, inviting his friends and family to join. It was incredible to see how a simple shift in allowing students to pursue their interests ignited a spark in him and his peers. By the end of the project, not only did Alex present an amazing project, but he also inspired others to think critically about environmental issues. This experience taught me how critical it is to create an engaging learning environment where students feel connected to what they are learning. Today, I want to explore how we can cultivate the same sense of engagement and motivation in our classrooms. Let's dive in. Intrinsic versus extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation comes from within a student. Students engage in activities because they find them enjoyable or fulfilling. Extrinsic motivation comes from an outside resource. Students are driven by a reward or a high grade. The relationship between engagement and motivation. Engaged students are more likely to retain information and apply it effectively. The cycle of engagement and motivation. Increased motivation promotes higher engagement and can foster greater motivation in our students. Culture and parental influence. Different cultures can also affect engagement and motivation within our students. Different cultures have varying expectations and attitudes towards education, affecting student motivation. Parental attitudes also affect our students. Parents who value education can inspire similar attitudes in their children, fostering higher engagement levels. Here are some research-based instructional strategies. Strategy 1, real-world problem solving. Engage students with relevant real-life problems that promote critical thinking. For example, students work on a project to solve an environmental issue in their community, like Alex with the pollution in our wilderness. Strategy 2, open-ended assignments. Engage creativity and deeper understanding by allowing students to explore topics in their own ways. Students create a presentation on a topic of interest related to the curriculum. Strategy 3, collaborative learning or group projects. Foster teamwork and shared responsibility. Students learn from each other's perspectives. For example, a history project where students research and present different viewpoints on a historical event. Here are just a few signs that we need to look for. Signs of disengagement, lack of participation, destructive behavior, incomplete assignments, and decreased interest in class activities. Reasons for this disengagement could be the context is perceived as irrelevant to the student, lack of a challenge, personal issues, or maybe some social disconnection or issues within the classroom. Here are a couple research-based approaches to re-engagement for our students. Approach 1, personal learning. Tailor instructions to meet individual student needs, interests, and learning styles. We don't all learn the same. Using adaptive technology that adjusts to a student's learning pace. Approach 2, active learning strategies. Implement hands-on activities, discussions, and peer teaching to make learning more interactive. Group discussions followed by reflective journaling is really helpful. As teachers and educators, we are here to encourage our students, to let them know that they are capable of these things and to keep them motivated and engaged. I really like this quote, "Behind every child who believes in themselves is a teacher who believed in them first." This is where I would open up to questions and answer any of those questions that you had if this were a live presentation. So just drop your questions below if you have any. Here are some of the resources I used to create this PowerPoint. You are more than welcome to review those resources yourself, and maybe you'll get a different take on the information that I shared, or maybe a little more detail. Thank you.